Hello and welcome to the demo for Blueprints. This is a strategy puzzle roguelike game where we're trying to solve our way through a house of ever-changing rooms and puzzles. Now normally this is the kind of game that I would see and think is cool, but probably wouldn't really try for myself. But I found this game under some very special circumstances, so I knew I had to give it a try. And what those circumstances are and the story behind that, I will tell you at the end of the video. But first, let's get into this. So I had a recording snafu, had to kind of reset and retake this, so start a new game. Tell you about that in a second. But first, we got a cutscene.
Herbert S. Sinclair of the Mount Holly Estate at Reddington, do publish and declare this instrument my last will and testament, and hereby revoke all wills and codicils heretofore made by me. I give and bequeath to my grandnephew, Simon P. Jones, son of my dear niece, Mary Matthew, all of my right, title, and interest in and to the house and land which I own near Mount Holly. The above provision and bequest is contingent on my aforementioned grandnephew discovering the location of the 46th room of my 45-room estate. The location of the room has been kept a secret from all the staff and servants of the manor, but I am confident that any heir worthy of the Sinclair legacy should have no trouble uncovering its whereabouts within a timely manner. Should my grandnephew fail to uncover this room or provide proof of his discovery to the executors of my will, then this gift shall lapse. In witness whereof I have hereunto set my hand this 18th day of March, 1993. Herbert S. Sinclair.
And with that, we're in the house. Now, for the purposes of the demo, we only get 4 days in the house to play. I assume that during the main game, it kind of just goes until you win, but in the demo, at least there's only 4 days. Now, full transparency, I had a recording issue. I've actually recorded this episode before, but me being the big dummy I am, didn't actually get the game audio captured, so we're doing this again. And that means that I have a little bit of extra knowledge on how the game works, which I think is good because it'll help streamline me walking you through this. However, it is a roguelike game, so things change every single day. Every single time you come into the house and play, things reset. So this is going to be a completely different run than I had last time. So let's get started. Now, we got a couple messages here. I don't really need to read through this. There's some set dressing here and some basic rules of how the house works, picking your rooms and stuff like that. Very important, it lets you know that if you have any items in the house, you cannot take them outside the house. If you find any items outside the house, you cannot bring them back in, and you cannot stay overnight. You cannot sleep in the house for whatever reason. So I think that's just a little bit of set dressing. It doesn't really matter for the demo as far as I understand. But here we have our map. So we are looking for the mythical 46th room of this house. We always start in the entrance hall. We're going to need to find our way through the house until we get to the antechamber all the way in the back. Now, what the antechamber is exactly, we don't really know. However, it has some kind of connection to this room 46, but it does tell us getting here is difficult and getting in is difficult. Whatever that means. I know a little bit of what that means, but we'll get there. So all these blanks, we're going to have to figure out. So let's go ahead and start one. So let's pick a room. Let's pick this right room. We're going to click on this closed door and we get a list of 3 different room cards: a bedroom, a closet, and a hallway. These are not always the same. So the rooms that you can get are randomized, and we need to pay attention to what rooms we're placing down in the house. So I press tab, I open up my map, and it will give us an idea of what these rooms look like in the context of the house as it is today. So we've got a bedroom, a closet, and a hallway. What is very important to note is these doorways. So the hallway here has 3 doorways, the one we come out of or go into, and then another one that leads north and another one that leads east. That is very important to pay attention to, because if we look at this closet, it has 2 items in it, 2 randomized items, which could very much help us on our run, but there's no exits. So if we pick the closet, this pathway is done. It's over. So we need to make sure that as we're building, we're picking up things that we need, but we're also giving ourselves space to build outward. So I am going to pick the hallway because I have learned that having space to go is very, very important. In my very first run, my very first day of this game, I closed myself off in like 5 minutes. I just dead-ended myself, and that was it. And there's nothing you can do at that point. You can't undo rooms. So you hit a dead end, you move on to the next day. Now, aside from the directions of your rooms, there's another thing you have to pay attention to, which is your step counter in the top left. This is kind of like an exhaustion meter or an energy meter. Basically, every time you enter a new room, this number goes down. Always starts at 50, but it goes down every time you enter a new room. And it doesn't have to be a brand new room. It just has to be you moving across rooms. So we went into this hallway, it went down to 49. We go back to the entrance hall, goes down to 48. Go back into the hallway, 47. So every single time we traverse a room, this number goes down. When it hits 0, our day is over. We have to reset the next day, which means picking all new rooms, all new paths, all new puzzles. And that is the roguelike element, which is why this day is going to be completely different to anything that I've played before, because it's always different. So this hallway doesn't look like there's anything I can pick up or touch. So we're just going to go through to the next room. Get a storeroom, a pantry, or a bedroom. We would like to build north. So the storeroom, even though it's got some of this stuff, actually, you know what? I believe we are as far east as we can go once we put down this room. So a storeroom's probably okay here, right? Yeah. We couldn't go any further east, so we're going to dead end ourselves here. And we're going to pick up some items. So we get a coin, we get a key, and we get a gem. These are the 3 basic forms of currency in Blueprints. Keys allow you to open locked rooms as well as locked chests. The treasures and the coins basically function the same. They're just 2 different kinds of currency, but certain rooms will require you to pay a currency to enter or will have some special bonus effect that you get if you can pay for it. So that's what the currencies are for. So we get what we can do in our storeroom. Now let's head north. We can get a nook, a bedroom, or a chapel. So the chapel has 3 entranceways, but we lose a coin every single time we try to go in or out. And I just got a coin, so I don't want to spend it. However, being able to build in 2 different directions after this is kind of nice. No, I'm going to build a nook. We're going to get a key, and we're going to be able to move further to the right. And the art in this game is just absolutely incredible. Look at this style. Look at this room. This game is gorgeous. I cannot stop gushing over how gorgeous this game is. Like, I've already gushed in a recording that is gone forever, and yet I still can't help but talk about how beautiful this is. All right, next room. We can build a parlor to get ourselves back up. The guest room gives us 10 extra steps, so it'll take longer for us to exhaust ourselves, but it kind of ends this pathway, so I don't think that's good. The dining room has an option up, but the doorway that goes down, that goes south, is going to be blocked off because the storeroom does not have an entrance for this to go into. So doorways have to touch for them to really matter. So we're going to go into the parlor, and there is a puzzle game here with these 3 puzzle boxes. Now, if you walk over to the desk, you're going to get a wind-up key, which is how you actually solve the puzzle. And then there are the basic rules for the game, and this is in the form of your great uncle and a friend talking to each other and talking about how the rules work, talking about how the game works. But there's 3 basic rules. 1 box will always tell the truth, 1 box will always lie, and 1 box has a prize in it while the other 2 are empty. So you got to pay attention to 1 box lies, 1 box tells the truth, 1 box has something in it. So this box is the white box. Well, it's blue, so we know this one is lying. This box is the black box. We know this one is lying, which means the 3rd box, no matter what it says, we know it has to be telling the truth. Because at least one has to be telling the truth, and at least one has to be lying. So the blue box contains the gem. We know that this box is telling the truth. Our gem is here. There we go. 2 gems. Nice. And the rest of the room looks gorgeous, but it doesn't look like there's really anything in here to interact with. We've got windows though, and I love to see this. When you're on the edges of the house, your rooms will have windows, which is a cool, neat little detail, but also I keep trying to look out and see if there's anything interesting out there. There's a statue over there, and there's like a boat on the other side of it. I don't know that that matters for us, but I don't know that it doesn't matter for us, you know? So I want to know. So building further up, the corridor is always unlocked, meaning we know we will never need to spend a key here, which is good. However, we're early enough in our run that we probably don't need a key anyway. So if we look at our map, I'll actually show you on the next screen. Let's get a den real quick. And now let me open up my map, because here we actually have these squares. Each row is a rank. And so there's 8 ranks of these rooms. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. There's 9 ranks of these rooms. And the farther up you go, the more likely they are to be locked or to have difficult puzzles in them, stuff like that. They're going to get harder as you go further up. So a hallway that is always unlocked is going to be pretty good once you're up in these top ranks. Shouldn't matter too much down here though. So we're in the den. We get a free gem. And a gorgeous clock over there. The last time I came into a den, there was a box. It was a locked box that had some like really nice goodies in it. Apparently that is not guaranteed though. I love this clock. I would love to own this. This is incredible. All right, let's go north. Another chapel, corridor, and the commissary. So it is going to cost us a gem to build this room. However, once we have it, we can spend gold to buy food items, and food gives us extra energy, so it'll keep us around longer. I think actually, contrary to that, I want the chapel, because the chapel is going to let us build left or north, west or north, and we're going to lose a gold, but I think it's worth it for the options. Plus, some rooms actually care about what other rooms you have built, and the chapel being a red room, having this red box, has seemed to be important before, so I think it's going to be good to have it. Looking around, I don't really see anything. I feel like this chalice in this book should be something, but so far it doesn't seem to be. Love that there's a chess piece here. Feels significant, but I don't know why. And again, this is a puzzle game, and there are some very obvious puzzles that you need to solve, but I'm always worried that I'm walking past puzzles I don't even know exist. Like, that is my greatest fear with this game, is that I'm just completely missing something. We cannot build north again. We can only build west. So let's get the pantry, which is going to give us 4 gold. 4 gold and an apple. Apple food item is going to give us a couple steps. Ooh, and look at that. Look at that statue out there. It looks so significant, but I don't know what it means. Then we get 4 coins. And then we get a little bit more set dressing. Basically, this would be a message from some of the staff to some of the other staff saying, hey, people are coming over. They're going to need steps, energy to get through the house. Go buy some food so that they can get around. And they left the extra here. So we have that. So that's how we know food items give us steps. Look around, don't see anything. Oh, the door's locked. Well, key it is. And now that it's unlocked, it will always be unlocked. We don't have to worry about it locking itself. Still annoying we had to use it, but we did get a security room. This is a pretty good room, and it's got a cutscene. I'm not gonna lie, this cutscene really confuses me. It feels super significant, and I don't know why. I don't understand what this kid's deal is with this security room, but I guess it's really important. And it does do some pretty good stuff for us. Like, it's an important room. It's just, I don't know why it's so important to this kid. Also, the security cam of our room does change, which I think is very cool. I do not think it captures us looking this way, though. I don't think it'll ever show our face. Oh, well. Okay. What can I interact with? Ooh, what is this? Blue memos equals true. Red memos equals lies. Unless written by Rand and hand. Unless written by hand? Red memos equals lies unless written by hand. Whoa. I've not seen this before. Okay. So moving forward, we're going to see these memo pads. If they're blue, they're true. If they're red, they're lying. But if they're red and written by hand, they're true? I guess? Interesting. And there are some memos up here. This one is red. Does this count? Until further notice, the antechamber has been unlocked and access levers are no longer required to grant entry. So the antechamber is where we want to go, has been unlocked, and access levers are no longer required to grant entry. So I'm assuming this is lying, and the antechamber is locked, and we do need access levers. Interesting. Keycard access security doors are more likely to appear in the higher ranks of the estate. Likewise, as a redundant security measure, normal doors in the estate will also be more likely to be locked as you progress further north. So I brought that up before. Doors are more likely to be locked as you go up, but there's also keycard access. We can get a keycard and just a different kind of lock, basically. All right, and this is a staff notice about punching in, basically. I think the only thing of importance here is it's telling us there is a terminal in this room and also in the research room, or like the lab room, the laboratory. Yeah, so there's a terminal here and there's a terminal in the lab room. I think that's all that matters. Got a gem. These things can't click on. And so the main thing is the terminal. Click on this. We can view the estate inventory. So it says 0 fruit, 0 gems, 0 keys, 0 coins. Basically, if I have opened up a room and have not picked up the treasure in it, this terminal will tell me that there's a fruit somewhere in one of the open rooms. Luckily, I've gotten everything. The key card system. I think we can change how likely key cards are to appear. Yeah, so if we set the security system to low, we should expect fewer key cards. And if the power is to go out in a room, we can have it by default unlock the door so that we can get through anyway. And there is a breaker box room where we can cut power to certain rooms. So I guess I have not actually done this, but if we get to a room that needs a key card and we don't have a key card, if we can cut power to it, I'm thinking that should just unlock the door for us. Oh, and then there's also this login to network. We saw on that note behind us that there is a terminal password, but it was like scratched out. So if we get that password, we can do something, but I honestly have no idea what. Yeah, I think it's in SW, but I really can't tell. I really can't tell. Okay, so let's continue on. Let's go north. Ah, it's locked again. We're gonna run out of keys. Corridor's unlocked. A breaker box. We talked about that. This would be good, but I don't want to block myself off here. Then we've got a commissary, which I can buy food items at. We're pretty good at food, so let's get a corridor. It's going to be guaranteed to be unlocked, which is nice right now. I don't see anything lying around. Hat. Nothing on the ceiling. I've never seen anything on the ceiling, but I feel like I should look. All right, so bedroom, bathroom, but it cuts us off. And then a courtyard, which requires a gem, but then has 2 doorways. So courtyard it is. And this allows us to be outside, which is great. And we got a shovel. I've had the shovel, but I've never used it. It can be useful for digging. I wonder if you can use it here. Yeah. So I dug up a few old coins. All right, 2 coins. And it looks like that hole is done with. What about over here? Yes, 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 yes. What do we find? More coins. All right. Coins are good. Coins are good. And then... All right, so this is a key card system. We need a key card to be able to open this door. Or I guess if we cut power to the courtyard, that would do it too? For now, let's go this way. Oh, it's locked and I don't have a key. All right. So now we got to backtrack. Now we got to figure out where else to go. Let's head down from the security room. A spare room, another breaker box, or a nursery. I'm going to get the spare room. I want a breaker box, but the spare room allows me to bypass the chapel, so I don't need to go through there and spend my coins on nothing. So we've got a spare room being painted up. See anything lying around? It's pretty barren in here. And now we've got a bedroom, a dining room, or a passageway. Passageway is pretty good. It's got a bunch of entrances, but the dining room is actually better for us because the nook does not have an entryway in, so this is kind of being wasted. So dining room it is. Now, the dining room doesn't really do anything by default. However, once we have built a room on rank 8, the dining room will have a big food item on it, which is going to give us a lot of steps. So that is pretty cool. Interestingly, though, it doesn't tell you that in this room. It tells you that in like the kitchen or something like that. So a lot of having to figure out what's going on in rooms by building other rooms. You get a lot of that. Okay, let's go this way. Right? Yeah. Guest bedroom for some steps. Bathroom. Observatory. +1 star for each time you've drafted the observatory. I don't know what that is. I've never picked this room. But we have a star. I have a star under my step counter. I don't know what that means. All right, what's this book say? The Fixed Stars. Stargazer's Companion to Constellations. This book contains a complete star base, a list of constellations, and the observed effects that accompany the appearance of each one. Depending on the number of stars that can be seen in the sky on any given day, different constellations of various sizes may be visible, sometimes more than one on a single day. This book, a solid base for astronomy, will help you easily identify these constellations, impress your friends, and discover the joy of stargazing. North Star +1 gold. The twins. 2 trunks have been added to the entrance hall. The slices +3 steps. So these are effects that I'm going to get or going to be present in the house. Each constellation has an effect. The constellation is based on the number of stars in the sky. I have 1 star. Does that mean... Do you do anything? No, but you're just fun. You're fun. Can I use the telescope? What else is up here? Ooh. What does that do? Okay, but seriously, what is it? What? What? What have I done? Oh, what have I done? There's no jump button. Can I spin it the other way? Yes, okay, the direction that I spin it on this wheel actually matters. Or like the side of it that I click on matters. Okay, it's as far up as it will go. How do I... Oh, there's another wheel on it. Duh. Hello? There it goes. Okay. Nope, no. One more. Come on. Yes, yes. All right, there's 1 star. I've got 1 star. But there's 1 star in the constellation gain and gold. Okay. So I'm guessing it's just as simple as every time I build an observatory, I get the next effect in the book. I'm guessing. I thought maybe there'd be a little bit more to it than that, like a puzzle aspect. If you got to figure out what's going on when. I'm not saying that's not the case. I'm just really not sure, man. Okay, the kitchen has food. The bedroom has steps. The closet has items. I really wish one of these went through the entrance hall, honestly. So if it's gonna be a dead end, it's gonna be a dead end. Let me get some items. Oh, shoes. What are these? Running shoes occasionally save energy when traveling longer distances across the estate and grounds. Oh. It doesn't give me any, like, specifics on that. Like, on what constitutes a long distance or anything, but, I'm about to have to run around a bunch, so saving energy is good. Also got a gem. I was hoping it'd be an item and not just a gem, but guess we got what we got. And I think now, until I get a key, I'm basically locked out of going anywhere. So I need to go back to the entrance hall and go west. All right, we're back at the entrance hall, And this door has been boarded up because we built a room on the other side that is inaccessible. So that's what that looks like. This piece of paper is just telling us how the steps work, by the way. And we gotta go this way now. We gotta start going west. We cannot close ourselves off or our run is over. So drawing room it is. It costs us a gem, but while we were opening up one of these two doors, we'll actually get to re-roll, which is neat. Yeah, so this is telling us about how every time we click on a closed door, we'll get 3 that we have to pick from. Some items and some rooms will allow us to re-roll. So it's just kind of telling us about that. Phone. Looking outside. That's the front. We can go outside, by the way. I have not done that yet because it does still cost you steps and energy to run around outside, which is really annoying, but we can. And so if I brick myself on this run, maybe I'll go show you what's outside. Sup, Unk? Let's go further west. Bedroom to go up. A wine cellar is a dead end, but we get 3 gems and another commissary. We're running out of steps, so I think it's about time we buy some food. Oh. Are those items? I thought this was where you bought food. Do you just buy items? Annual Maid's Day sale, 2 days only. All items at 50% off. All staff welcome day 20 and 21. It is not the 20th or the 21st in real life, so I guess this is just an in-game thing, but hey, if we're getting a sale, that's pretty cool. Staff notice. This is about punching in at the terminal. With up question mark. Without. So with flan, without dunes. That's important. I don't know why, but that's important. And one of the notes around here tells you to like grab pen and paper and like write stuff down. I'm not doing that, but this is important. This is the kind of thing you want to write down. Okay, the commissary will be closed from day 12 to day 16. Sorry for any inconvenience, but this should be a lie, right? So it should be open on the 12th to 16th. What is this? What is this? What is this? What are you? Okay. Let's go shopping. 3 gold is for 1 gem. And I guess there's 4 gems total. 5 gold for a salt shaker. 8 for a sledgehammer and 10 for a metal detector. Okay. Metal detector is kind of nice. I've had this before. So every room has a random chance of having a coin or a key, or I guess even a gem, just kind of like on the ground hidden from plain sight. And a metal detector will help you find those. So that's nice, but I can't afford it. Sledgehammer, I have no idea what that is. Salt shaker, I extra have no idea what that is. So I want to try a sledgehammer because I can afford it. Heavy sledgehammer can shatter padlocks on locked trunks. Okay. So I remember I brought up before that in a den before there was a like chest on the ground that was locked that I could open up. Well, now we can just open those without keys. So I guess that's nice, but I haven't found one. So breaker box, bedroom, and I can't build a veranda because I don't have 2 gems. And once you enter this screen, you cannot leave. You have to pick a room. So I can't leave and come back and then build. I'm stuck here. So I've got to be stuck. Let's hit a breaker box. I'm getting risky on my steps, but we'll see. See how it goes. Okay, so this is the breaker box. The keycard entry system can be turned off here, but I don't think that's actually very good because if you turn it off, it just means that you can't activate the key cards. It doesn't open them automatically. It just means that you cannot open them anymore. It's like a lock system. I don't know why this is even in the game. Surely there's something, but I don't understand. The vac indicators, I also don't understand. I don't know what this is. We can turn all of these to different colors. Oh, they're like really turning to different colors. Yeah, I have no clue what this is. Okay. And then, of course, we can turn power on and off. So the gymnasium, the dark room, and the garage. So I'll turn power on to the garage. Because, I mean, it's probably better to have power than to not have power. And we've only got one more place that we can go. So the bedroom is a dead end. The boudoir is a dead end. And we can't open the passageway because we don't have gems, but we can redraw because we're in the drawing room. So please, 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 something good. Bathroom's a dead end, kitchen's a dead end, and the nursery is a dead end. We have failed. I have failed today. Cannot go anywhere. Dang. Unless I've completely missed something. There's always a chance that I have just completely missed something. But I don't think I have. I don't think there's any more doors or anything. So, here's what I'll do. Let me build a bathroom, because we've been in here for a hot minute. I'm sure my guy's gotta take some him time, you know? What are the chances we, like, find a key? That would be so awesome. If there's a key just laying around here. Oh, but it does not look like it. It is just an ordinary bathroom. Dang. Dang. Alright, so that does look like it is the end of my run. So sad. But I guess this is a good opportunity to show you what's outside. Because I've got nothing else to do on this day. So I'm at 19 steps. We're going to leave the house. Oh, my running shoes activated. So I should have lost one, but I didn't because running shoes. So I'm outside and we've got this nice big like courtyard area here. There's a wishing well where we can throw in a coin to make a wish. I don't know what that does. It hasn't. I've not seen any effects from that yet. I just know I can do it. So going over in this direction, we've got a locked door. I don't know how we unlock it. There's like, it looks like there's things to do out here, but I don't know how to do them, especially because if the items you get inside, you're not supposed to be able to use outside. So I don't know how that works. Let's go down, show you down here. All right, so we've got this boarded up something or other that looks like there's minecart tracks. So maybe we can do something to open this up. And also, because this is a demo, a lot of stuff is closed off. So it's actually really hard to tell if something is not in the game or if it's closed off for now. I got no clue. But what I do know... Look at that. Look at that. It's beautiful. Obviously, having a big house and a lot of grounds is cool. It's definitely a status symbol, but this is incredible. This is what makes it worth it to live here. This is why we have to solve this puzzle. So we can have this view every single day. And I kid you not, if I could turn off my HUD, I would like use this as a screenshot. Or put this into Wallpaper Engine and use this as my wallpaper. This is incredible. This is just incredible. I love this. This game looks so good. But as we move on... There's I don't know what you call this, but whatever you call this, this is here. It's very dark, very scary, and it's blocked off by all these boxes. So, I don't know. I think there's some like torch sconces here that maybe we can light if we ever get fire. I do know where there is a fire, but haven't seen how to like pick it up or anything. Something in you? No. Thought maybe there was something in that log, but it was just the texture. All right, so let's go back up. And let's check out past the gate. Ooh, what is this? I have not seen this before. What is this big metal door? What is that? I've never seen that before. Okay. Well, we keep going down the drive. And here we have the gateway. I'm assuming this is the gate to leave the property. And this isn't even like clickable. Like this is not something we can unlock and leave. This is just, that's just the way that is. We come down this direction and we see a campfire. Because remember, we're not allowed to stay overnight in this house. So this is apparently where our character lives in the meantime. And it's just letting us know that we can call it a day at any point to reset the house and try again, basically. And from this little campground area, we've got this locked door in the mountains. Don't know what that's about. We also can go this way. And there's like a little orchard type situation with smoke coming out of the ground. So it's being operated. Something's going on here. There is a padlock, which I guess I could solve theoretically in the demo. I have no clue what the numbers are, but I mean, if I figured it out, I guess I could go in here. I don't know. And that, I believe, is it. I believe that is literally everything. So, we failed our first day. Very sad. Something left to do but to call it a night. Call it a day. And so tomorrow, all the rooms in the house will be reset. My inventory will be reset. We're in full roguelike mode where we are starting from scratch. So we explored 20 rooms. We hit rank 7. We took 34 steps and I found 2 items. Save and continue. Day 2. I do really like this starting animation. It's very atmospheric, really puts you in the mood. And if we hit tab, we can see all of our rooms are gone. We have no items, although we do still have our star from the observatory. I didn't realize that that was a thing, but apparently stars are permanent, or at least somewhat permanent. So that's pretty cool. But yeah, at this point, this is where we would just continue on and do another run. However, I'm going to go ahead and call that one here. So thank you guys for coming on and checking out this game with me. I think it's very cool. I'm going to keep playing the demo at least a little bit more on my own. Probably watch someone better than me try it out as well and see what all I'm missing here. And when the game actually comes out, I definitely think I'm going to buy it and try it out a little bit more because I also want to support the person who made it. So I told you there's a little bit of a story to how I found this game and why I wanted to play it. I'm actually going to cut to my previous recording since I don't need game audio for that. I'm just going to cut back to that and let Past Me tell you why this is important. Okay, so now that I've played the game, let me tell you the story of how I actually came to discover this game and why I wanted to play it so much and why I thought there was something special to it. Because I do like strategy games and I do like puzzle games, but normally I would see a game like this and think, yeah, that's cool, and then I would go do something else. It's not the kind of thing that would normally grab my attention enough to actually go and seek out and try. But this game in particular caught my eye for a very special reason. So take a step back, follow me on a journey real quick. So I'm a pretty big fan of a little game called Magic the Gathering. You may have heard of it. And Magic the Gathering releases new expansion sets every so often. There's like a handful every year. And so in the lead up to each set coming out, we go through a spoiler season where Wizards of the Coast, the people who create Magic the Gathering, will tease out cards slowly one after the other, or they'll do small batches here and there to show off what the new cards are going to be in the new set. And depending on the event, like maybe they'll show off new mechanics for cards in an article that they're writing, or maybe they'll show off something that looks really cool at like a con or something like that. Or sometimes they will give cards to creators to show off in videos that they make for their audiences. And that's all well and good, but you know, if you're just a regular guy who just kind of wants to know what cards are going to be in the next set, it can be really daunting to have to go and seek out all of these different sources of information to figure that out. So a handful of sites have taken it upon themselves to collect all of that information and just to build a database to show all of the spoiled cards one by one, kind of as they're coming in, so that you can keep up with what has been spoiled and what's going to be in the new set. And there are many sites that do this, but my favorite is this website, mythicspoiler.com. So again, this is a site that as cards are being spoiled, they'll show up here one at a time on this set. And, you know, these cards get previewed in a bunch of different languages. So this one is still in, I don't know what language this is, so I'm not going to guess. But they even add translations and stuff like that, so you can get an idea. And then, you know, people will comment about it. And I come back to the site a lot, even when it's not spoiler season, because they have this nifty feature where you can look at all of the expansions that have been printed in Magic, and you can click on any expansion and just see all of the cards that were in it, sorted out by color. And there are some other things that you can do depending on the set. You can search for 2 color combinations or legendary creatures or stuff like that. So this is a website that I use pretty regularly, and I was actually using it this morning to look at the cards that are coming out for this new expansion. It's called Magic Foundations. And I'm scrolling around, I'm looking on it, I scroll up, and hey, there's an ad. And normally I don't pay too much attention to the ads. You know, they've got to make money. It's fine. It's whatever. But I actually start paying attention to this ad because it catches my eye with this line from the creator of this website, mythicspoiler.com. And then they show off this really stylistic game called Blueprints, a first-person drafting adventure. And there's a demo on Steam right now. So I saw this and I thought, oh, the guy that makes this website I use all the time and that I really like, he made a game and it looks kind of neat. Let me go check that out. And so, especially after checking out the Steam page and seeing that it looked really cool, I knew I had to try this game out and had to at least try to get it out there, at least try and show someone else this game, because this guy has done a really good job on the game, but he's also done a really good job running this website that I really like and that I use a lot. So that is the story of how I came to discover this game and why I decided that I just had to play it, had to make a video, and hopefully show it off to someone who maybe tries to also go and support it, because he has supported the Magic community so much by making this website. I just wanted to do what little bit that I could to help support back. So yeah, that is Blueprints, a very cool strategy puzzle game. I thought it was really, really cool. I loved the art. I loved the way that it looked. I think it played out really well. I can see that there's going to be a lot to do as far as the puzzles. I didn't come across all that many puzzles, but then again, like I kind of tried to just get hallways to get me as far as I could, and maybe that was my problem. Maybe if I had done more puzzles, that would have helped me get to the actual antechamber. I don't know, but it looked really cool. At least on my own time, I'm gonna try and finish the demo. Maybe I'll make a video, maybe I don't, who knows? But this looks really cool and I feel good supporting this and saying that on release, this is gonna be a really great game. So thank you guys so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed the game as much as I enjoyed playing it, and I will see you in the next one.